Right, hello, welcome back. This one should actually be a bit better now. I am hopeful of that, at least. Right, let's get some practice in, shall we? We'll try one more time. Oops-a-daisy. I can lap in the high 48, so I'll be pretty happy. One of the most famous corners in motorsport. Very easy to get wrong. Hello to all three of you watching. Hopefully the stream is a better quality than it was. Unlike my driving, which is superb. Not entirely sure where the off-tracks have gone. But they are listed to be here, but they just aren't showing for whatever reason. This is actually a really fun little car to drive. It's more difficult than you would think as well. I mean, being 0.4 off the pace is bad in just that sector alone. We are so bad. Right. .5 is really bad. Although being a tenth off the pace in Sector 1 is not so bad. Oops-a-daisy. So, can you just tell me if everything looks okay on screen, please, chat? It's right, let's try and okay, just set that up on my phone. That's good. Right. let's get that message pinned. Perfect. So this is all good, and it seems to be the case that the stream is okay again. Sorry about that, it was a bit rubbish before, wasn't it? Let's check this on my phone. And yeah, okay, that all looks good. Sorry about the initial difficulties there, but I think we are. Yep, we're a-okay. Right, let's get some practice. The very, very limited practice that we have. Actually, just turn the volume up on iRacing a little bit. Turn Jim down a little bit. Okay. Now let's get some practice in and make sure we don't finish P33, otherwise the stream will be shorter than I wanted it to be. Stream's current bitrate, okay, whatever. I don't really care about that, so that's fine. I know that the stream's current bitrate is high. That's because we're trying it in 1440p. Right. Finally get some practice. No more larking about. Unlike that gentleman there. Oh yeah, that's because we just started the lap, Jim. Right. Being 0.4 off the pace in Sector 1 is bad. We should only be 0.2 as a minimum. Sorry if you can hear drilling. My neighbour is building something, as my neighbour very often does. Oops. You didn't see that, however I did. He was having a bit of a nightmare, wasn't he? That's not me breaking wind, that is my neighbour drilling something. As my neighbour very often does on a Saturday. Yeah, if we can stick around the 49s, we might be alright in the race. Especially depending on the very likely amount of carnage. Such a difficult corner to actually get correct. Faster. That was a bit better. Most safe rejoin. See a decent lap there. Good to see a decent lap. Which we won't be seeing there. I think you definitely have to go wide and cut in at that final corner. Most definitely. Yeah, definitely cut inside there. Again, we're lapping consistently in the 49s, so actually, yeah, let's actually get out of the way. At least the stream is looking a bit healthier now. At least it seems to be, so that's good. You'll let me know if it doesn't, I presume so. Yeah, all looks good on my phone, so... Yep, that's all good. Excellent, glad to see our few issues are over. 15 seconds remaining. Ah, time to completely embarrass ourselves. Still good connection. Yep, everything looks good. Yeah, okay, perfect. Good luck, he says. Yes, yes, well, no idea why my Race Labs does that. Right. Let's really embarrass ourselves and try and qualify, shall we? Yep, here we go, look. We are car number 43 of 49. Although, do you know what? I would far rather be a high-numbered car than be a low-numbered car and qualify badly. Because that would be really embarrassing. My neighbour's house, if you can hear that drilling, is just like a consistent construction site. Always doing something. Always doing something. To be fair, having been round there, it is quite nice. I should probably do something myself, but I'm lazy and talentless in that way, so instead you get to watch me play video games. I've just realised I've started this with race fuel like a massive idiot. So that's our excuse ready. That's actually not terrible. It's actually not too bad. What's the chat? Are the heats to set in an odd or even number? Oh, right, okay. So we're not all going to go out on track at the exact same time. The more I think about that, the more I think, yeah, Richard, that was a pretty stupid thing for you to think, wasn't it, mate? 10 laps for all bar the feature, which is 20, whichever is lower. Don't think it's illegal to have fun. Right, I'm just going to nip to the toilet before we begin. Right, we're back. And there's 1 minute 32 remaining in the session. Rev limiter for a street. Yeah, I can imagine it would, Joe. Right, so I don't know whether we are going to go. I imagine, well, we haven't finished qualifying yet, so do you know we've qualified P22? That's actually not that bad. I mean, we're like half a second off. Obviously, we're. So that's how many. There's 49. So what I think they'll do is they'll split it, and they'll go. So the first race will have 24 participants, and the second race will have 25, and the top 13 will go through, and the final race will have 26, and that's your sort of final, as far as I can tell, ostensibly. But otherwise, I'm a bit lost as to how this is actually going to work, and I think it kind of depends on. So P1 and P3, and then P5 and 7 will go first. If we stay in 22nd, I think we'll probably be in the second race. Isaac's asking the same question. Look, he doesn't know either. How do we know what heat we're in? I think it's... when it says grid, and you'll know. I mean, I suppose that is the other way to do it, yeah. You will race next in Heat 2. Yeah, it must be that then. So we're not going to be racing for 10 or so laps, so I think we should focus on this little feature, which is in iRacing's opinion, the most exciting. So I think we're going to do that, and let's watch away, shall we? Let's watch away. I am rather looking forward to seeing how everyone else embarrasses themselves before we get the chance to. Most exciting. So I've been using this feature in my videos recently. So you know, when I do the little thing in the top right, I've been playing around with the television cameras and stuff. You might notice there's some onboards occasionally. You can tell iRacing to do, I think it's TV mixed, and that actually works. It's quite good. But I mean, if you, particularly if you watch the video that's coming out on Monday and let me know, that's really good. The race on Monday that I'm going to release is a really good race at Sebring. GT3 McLaren, but we're very good. So, oh, here we go. Right, they are off, and I cannot wait. Actually, let's turn the volume up a little bit. Oh, here they all go, look. Charging in as they all are. And it's been a remarkably clean start so far, hasn't it? Absolutely no crashes at all. Telling us Heat 2 boys how to do it, you see. Ooh. Top 13 go through. Car number 3 having a little bit of a wiggle there. Oh no, he's lost it. Oh dear, the little car. Oh no. Oh, crashing and carnage galore, as you'd expect, of course. What else was it ever going to be? Oh. Right. So now a lot of the field have been taken out. So we're following car P15 at the moment, so he's got to get a whittle on, otherwise he's just not going to make it through, where he's obviously going to be racing us. Said the most undeservedly cocky man in the world. Yeah. Although, if we qualified P22, we'll start P11, so as long as we don't lose spots, we should actually be okay. Oh, righto, there we are. P14. Now this is, yeah, those two are going to go hammer and tongs for this. Oh, back with P4. No, back to P14 again. Oh, getting a bit spicy there. See, if I were these guys, I'd play this tactically and I just wouldn't race. Because actually, there's no point, right? In that you're all going to qualify, that the sort of points are given, points if you will, are given given in the next race, the sort of, the big race, the final race. So, if I were these chaps, I wouldn't bother duking it out for P6 now. Because you can only really lose as a result. So, I think that would be smart. What is this? Is this coming up on my screen? Okay. Oh dear. Oh dear, 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 dear. Be careful. So 10 laps, 8 minutes. We are approaching 3 minutes. And oh, it's getting a bit spicy there. It is getting a little bit spicy right there. So if we don't qualify for the final, if iRacing lets us, I think we will stay and watch the final race because, well, you'd want to see how it ends, wouldn't you, really? Thank you, Jim. Always good to have a spotter spotting for me when I'm not racing. Maybe I should have switched him off. Oh, we ran a little bit wide there to car number 8. Again, this isn't smart racing from these guys. Don't get me wrong, it's very good racing, but it's really, really dull. We'll have to keep an eye on some of these, because if we do go through, we will be fighting these guys. Or at least they'll be taking each other out to dinner in front of us, so... They do look like they're enjoying themselves out there, though, don't they? It is, I imagine sort of pack racing like this is a lot of fun, actually. I'm loving the, see, look at P7, Kyle Morby. He's got 2.9k iRating and he's a D licence. That absolutely terrifies me. Look, seeing a driver with iRating that high and a licence that low just makes me think they're unbelievably dangerous on track, which they probably are. .48.0 is a mad lap time. The fastest we've ever gone is like a 48.6, and that was, we nailed everything correctly in my opinion on that one. So we've got 4 laps left, 3 laps across the line, we will then be getting in the car and trying to race some of these guys who are very, very fast looking at this. If you look at the iRating in the top left, they're all the top guys with the exception, no disrespect intended, to Stuart and maybe Kyle. Car 34 and car 18. Oh, God, chaps, be careful. Although actually, if they take each other out, that's good for us. Because these are the higher iRating drivers that will just spank us in the final, so... Oh, car 8. You are so dangerous, Björn. God, they're doing it again. Guys, it's not the final race. You don't need to drive like this. Although please do carry on, because that actually helps us. Ooh, right, okay. 2 more laps. I love that P1 is just like scampered off into the distance. It's just like, bye. It's like, yeah, okay, bye, Matthew. I think he might be pinning himself as the race favourite when this goes through to the final race. So this is the guy I said was dangerous earlier, Kyle. Yeah, just like 3.6 D. God, Isaac Phelps behind. P7, 3.6 D license, and he's got 3,500 iRating. That is completely and utterly crazy. That's mad. I genuinely cannot believe someone has an iRating that high and a license that bad. But hello to all 7 of you watching. We will be in the car very, very shortly. This is the final lap for the first heat. And it looks like all of these guys and girls we are going to be racing against, because, I mean, they'd have to be a bit dense to screw anything up now, and you can't see that on your screen, but a last lap pass. Not that that's necessary, of course, but why would it be? And it looks like all of these down to P13 have qualified. Wait, why are they still going? Is there one more lap? And all of these drivers have not qualified. So, yep, that's it. And yeah, the iRating has sorted them out, as you might expect it would do, with the people sort of under 3k struggling, and you're probably in heat 2. Why does it always do that? My race slabs is really annoying. It moves the thing. I mean, obviously it's not a major issue because you can just put it back, but oh. You can just put it back, but it's really annoying when it does. Right. The safe race setup. And here we go. No way through for you, sir. To move because we need to qualify for the... I don't particularly care about, as long as we're above P... Oh my god. Mate, you are so slow. Move! I'm not a natural at this circuit or this car, so... Quadrati demonstratum, there we go. Well done, Richard. Excellent driving there, sir. Well done. Egypt. Panicked and slammed on the brakes too hard, didn't I? Actually, this might not be the worst thing in the world. Our little error there might have saved us. Oh my god, dude! I do actually exist, like... Damn it. I can see qualification up the road. So there are 2 places that we need. And that is horrendous driving, Richard. It's not exactly a particularly glowing report though, Jim, given we are slow as hell. Oops, a daisy. Right in the middle of the pack for qualifying. We are the last of the qualifiers if we get there. We wouldn't have been if I could drive, but, you know, I can't, can I, so... Did I see contact there? Mind you, 48.9 is not bad. No, you're wrong, Jim. There's about 2 minutes left, actually. Oh. Oh, that's it. That might be it. Might be okay. I always forget with this car, you can, even when you're driving it and you're going at a fair speed, you can shift it into neutral by accident, which is weird and very disconcerting. But you can actually do it. I know on Le Mans Ultimate you can do it with some of the GT3 cars, but... So welcome to all 8 of you watching. We are in Heat 2. There are 2 heats. The top 13 go through, and we are currently in P11. So we are due to make it through at present. White flag. John, I'm not going to do anything stupid, mate. Yes, I obviously want the position because I'm a racing driver, but I'm also not an idiot, and I understand when I've got a good thing going. And P12. That was rather well done, wasn't it, Jim? Well, already we've outperformed our car number, so... Oh dear. Whoops-a-daisy. I suspect that might have been deliberate. Now, let's get ready for the big race. Ah dear, seems there's bants going on. What's going on here? Everyone look out for Lucas, he doesn't know how to drive. I agree. He's very dangerous. It's okay to lift when cars are spinning in front of you. It is, that's true. We'll race in the next feature race. Hang on, so what... Wait, what's this then? Is this like the people who didn't qualify? I'm assuming it... But why didn't Matthew Hansford... Because he won the last race, didn't he? I mean, we'll certainly focus on the most exciting again. I'm not completely sure why this is such a thing. And again, my Race Labs... If anyone knows why Race Labs does that, please let me know. Because it's really annoying. And I do have it locked. I've just locked it again. Right. I just assume this is the... Well. I can only assume that this is the people who didn't get to the final, and they're just having a sort of shootout for the hell of it, I imagine. Off you go, sir. We of course did make it to the final because we were really good, and it was absolutely nothing to... Loving the Lidl car there. That's for those of you who don't know, I mean, Lidl is a sort of is a discounted supermarket chain in the UK. The pace of some of these guys is actually looking quite good. Surprised these guys didn't make it through, but then if they've had an accident or something, they wouldn't. We went off after locking up the brakes. Although that, I'm going to call that 4-dimensional chess and not absolute pure luck, which is what it was. Oops, he's had a bit of a stinker coming out of there, hasn't he? So 8 minutes, we've had 2 already. And this is looking like a pretty... Oh, dearie me. It was looking like quite a good race for that guy. And now it no longer is. If anyone wants to say hello in chat, please please feel free to do so. Right. I mean, we're not going to be racing against any of these drivers because they're in the heat that failed to get through, so... Oh, aren't I smug about that? 48.8 isn't actually that bad. What's happening? I think there might be something wrong with the stream. I'm not sure what that is. Why is that a thing? It looks okay from my end. I'm not sure what's happening here. Kilobytes look a-okay to me. I probably don't have time to fix it either. And we're back in excellent condition again. What's this? Am I out of the car at the moment? My mum's watching. Hi, Mum. That down. Right. Sorry about that. Not entirely sure what that was down there, but it's gone now. So the leaders, oh, they get awfully close there. They really do get awfully close there. I think the next time I stream I might just do it in 1080p. Doing it in 1440p seems to place a bit of a strain on my system that I can't cope with, so... Oh, neighbour drilling away again. Augustus doing very well there. Oh, this is close. This is very close for the win. 2 minutes left, which I think translates into 3 laps, including this one. Got first, second, third and fourth right together on the circuit. P5 a little bit behind. Looking to pick up any scraps. Actually, we should remove the... that's better. Get the full picture. Pushing just a smidge too hard there. Bit of a crash back there. Oh, yep, 2 of them. The little car. You obviously couldn't see that because it was on my monitor to my right. Well, you can actually just about see the monitor there, can't you? Because it's, yeah, it's on the webcam. It's just the way my webcam angle is pointed. Entering the final lap, here it goes, for honours in the non-feature race. I am going to be smug about that for a long time. Ooh. Always going to try it. Nothing doing. And Augustus wins from Rob and then Alan, with nothing for Daniel or Joe. Right, now time for us to get in. What's all of this? Whinging. Thank God for a mute button. I turned voice chat off. Best thing you can do. Yes, indeed, the feature race is coming up. Laps and not 10, so it'll be a little bit longer. More like a 15-minute race than what we've been having at... we've got the right setup on. All that's left to do now is to grid. And we're down in 24th. Of course we are. Okay, feature race coming up, 20 laps. Apparently top revs is not the way to start this thing. Who knew? Oh, he is still there, isn't he? He's not having it. That region was a disgrace. Crap. Getting shoved around by Isabel there. She. Oh god, oh god, oh god. Didn't actually mean to shove him that one round wide. Oh. The top 10 is probably out of our grasp, but, well, assuming no further incidents ahead, of course, then it could be very much within our grasp, but, Isabel getting a bit of a wobble on there. I know there's an error message that's come up on stream. I'm sorry, I can't do anything about it. Can we get James here? Jim, I'm pretty sure we don't need to refuel. We're in P14. A P10 is actually very doable here. I mean, it is now. Obviously, it wasn't before. Oops. You wouldn't believe this is actually second split, would you? We're actually in P10. Do you know what? I might just let Isabel have this. She is absolutely crazy. That wasn't what I wanted. Still, if you just said to me, would you take P12 in the feature? Or is it... shower of grass, much we're driving aggressively and it's costing us. Isabella. Turning into Prime Gandalf there, thou shalt not pass. It was Gandalf, wasn't it, who said that? Our fastest lap isn't even a 48 yet. I think it is about to be now, but that just shows you how fiercely competitive the racing has been. That was really stupid. Bad driving. We knew... Idiotic, in fact. We were never going to hang it around the outside there. Should have known. Dumb, dumb, dumb. Him running wide scared me then. Faster than this. Nice move. Thank you, Jim. It's the nicest thing you've ever said to me. Oh my God. Although that was absolutely horrific. Touchy behind. It's not the way to do it, Richard. God damn it. How do we do that? Well, I mean, I know how we did it. We took too much speed into the corner, but damn, just how annoying. Potential for a top 10 there. Stupid driving. How quick Jim goes from praise to scorn. I'm sure I'm not the only one in chat who knows what that feels like. Can we get back up to P15? Be interesting to see if we actually drive faster now that we're not in traffic. That will be quite interesting. must remember these aren't GT cars, Richard. You can't just muscle them round. We span out with 3 laps to go. That's even more irritating. I mean, it'd be worse if we span out now, wouldn't it? But, you know. We are essentially relying upon an error now. Well done, Isaac. It was, and that's the point, isn't it? Do you know what? Actually, you think you missed it. If that's you, Jamie, hello. So there's another iteration of this race taking place at 4 PM GMT. You just do this race again if you want. Well, you can always go back to the start. We actually did very well in this. No, this was actually quite good. I thoroughly enjoyed this. Given there were how many drivers in this? Tracks and incidents, oh dear. Hope that's not counted against us. It probably will be and should. Let's clear that away. How many cars were there? There were 49 and we were caught the consolation race. Oh, how terrible. But in the feature racing, which is not actually terrible, but we're actually just outside the top 10. And we were doing a really, really good job. Decided to have a spin, but I would recommend watching the race from the start because it's live as well, and that was quite good. So I would recommend it. But at the moment, sorry, Jamie. So I'll do this one, and I highly recommend that you do. Then I would recommend the next race in 2.5 hours. Comes very much with my recommendation. So with that in mind. Yeah, which is at Sebring in the GT3 class, and we do very well.